Alrighty, y'all. I was on my way home from work today, and happened to notice the truck started acting a little funny. I think it was misfiring pretty bad. My traction control turned off, and my check engine light started flashing, and I could feel the truck physically vibrating because it was missing so bad. It actually did this to me a couple months ago, and it ended up just being a coil pack. So I'm hoping that's just the same thing, but I want to go through and show you guys how to use a scan tool to connect to your vehicle and read those codes, then be able to take those codes and kind of figure out what's going on with the vehicle. Alright guys, so here we are. I was going to put you guys on my head, but I ended up not being able to. I can't see what I'm showing you guys and make sure that everything's in frame while it's on my head, so may have to put you on there while I'm underneath the hood doing things, but for right now I'm going to just show you by manually handling the camera. This is my scan tool. It's a Foxwell. I'm not sure the exact model. I think it's an NT664 if you're interested in it. It's a pretty decent scanner for the price, but you're gonna come down here and you're gonna look for this plug. So this is called your OBD2 plug on your vehicle, and it should be somewhere underneath the dash on the driver's side. Usually it's just above the pedals somewhere. Sometimes you have like a little door right here you have to open, and it's behind there. But go ahead and plug your scan tool in. Wait for your scan tool to boot up. And we are just going to try an auto VIN on this. Should work. Go ahead and make sure you put your key in the ignition. Turn it to the on position, but do not start the vehicle. And then we'll go ahead and automatic VIN acquisition. Sorry, I can tell it's just a little bit fuzzy. Let me try and clean the camera here and see. Alright, so we are able to find the VIN. Let's see if I can close that door and get that ding open. Alright, so we were able to find that VIN. Let's go ahead and hit yes. It's going to load our data. This might take a minute, so there might be a couple little jump cuts in the video. So I apologize for that in advance. Alright, so it just popped all this up. Our model year is a 2018 GMC Sierra 1500. We're going to go ahead and hit yes. We're going to do a quick scan. It should pull up any DTCs or codes or anything. I have the 5.3 liter. It just accessed the ECM. We're going to want to go to our diagnostic trouble codes. We're going to do a DTC display. DTC stands for Diagnostic Trouble Codes, and it looks like it's detecting a P0300. Alright, Joe. We got the truck is running now. Not sure if you'll be able to see it shaking, but I can physically feel the truck kind of shaking like that. That was me shaking my hand. It's not quite that bad, but I can feel it in the seat. But we're going to go in here to our control modules. We're going to go into the engine control module. We're going to go down to data display. And then we're going to search for misfire data. Right there, misfire data. We're going to go ahead and go into that. And then what you're going to want to do is just select all of your cylinders. Obviously I have a V8, so I'm going to select all 8 cylinders. And then we're going to hit OK. So we know cylinder 1 is not misfiring. Cylinder 2 is not misfiring. Cylinder 3 is good, so is 4, 5, 6, 7, and look at that. Cylinder number 8, it has a misfire. So the best way that I can share to diagnose this further, I will share when I get underneath the hood. Alright, so we're up here underneath the hood of the truck now. The best way that I can explain to test and make sure what is causing the issue, if it's the spark plug or the coil pack or something like that, I would say is to find your cylinder. So obviously it's cylinder number 8. Cylinder number 8 is going to be on the passenger side. Passenger side is your even banks. Is going to be 2, 4, 6, and 8. We're going to basically pull, this is our coil pack right back. Well, I can show you the one out here. It's a little easier to get to. This is your coil pack. You have 2 bolts. It's 10 millimeter bolt and your plug right here. Now, the best, easiest way to diagnose this issue that I can tell you, we're going to take a known good pack. So this pack, cylinder pack for cylinder number 2. We'll take this one off because we know it's good. It's not misfiring. And we'll go ahead and swap it onto that cylinder pack back there for number 8. We'll take that one and put it up here on cylinder number 2, and then fire up the truck again and watch that same DTC and see if we have anything that's changed. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off really quick, and then I'll be right back. Went ahead and just grabbed our 10 millimeter socket and a small ratchet, just a 1/4 inch ratchet. It doesn't take a lot of force. These bolts are pretty loose. Sometimes they can be a little bit tight, being that it is a steel bolt going into an aluminum valve cover. But we're going to go ahead and remove this number 2 ignition pack. Make sure you don't lose these bolts. We are going to go ahead and disconnect our coil, or our spark plug from our coil pack. And then you're going to press up this little red tab, just like that. Press down the little black button and pull your connector. We're going to pull our coil pack off. I'm going to pull this number 8 pack off, and then we'll swap them out. And you don't have to tighten these bolts in very tight. Just snug them up. Like I said, it's a steel bolt into an aluminum valve cover. So one, you don't want to strip out the threads. The camera keeps trying to fall on me here, so I gotta use one hand to hold it up. You don't want to strip out the threads, and you don't want to have that thing seize up in that bore when you have to replace these coils again. Let's go ahead and hop back up in the truck and see if that cleared up the misfires on cylinder number 8. So I can definitely feel the truck still has some misfires. We may need to actually go back in and reselect that stuff so it can actually load the data while the vehicle is running. Go ahead and accept that. So yep, it looks like we have a bad coil pack, which is very nice because that means it's a pretty simple, easy fix. So I'm going to go ahead and give my local parts store a call and make sure they have one in stock, and then I'll take one of my other vehicles up there and grab one, throw it in, and that'll take care of our issue. Thank you all for watching. Till the next time.